What's up, Sparkman family? It's your boy Sparkman, and welcome back to another video. Today we're talking about the top 5 cards you should be picking up in the 25th anniversary tin Dueling Mirrors. Now obviously we're not going to talk about the obvious pickups like SP Knight, all those other things, and obviously we don't have entire set lists as well. But from the set list we do have and the reveals that Konami has given us so far, these are top 5 cards that you should definitely be keeping an eye on or picking up sooner rather than later once the tin comes out later this month. Now the first card we're looking at is the Blue Eyes White Dragon. Now this was our first reveal to us on the tin as a QCR, and the reason why we're talking about this one is because we're getting Blue Eye support later next year, right? Probably early next year I should say, and it's looking really good. Like, it looks tier 1, I'm not gonna lie to everybody. And you know, thinking about as a kid from 2000 2003 playing a Blue Eyes deck and now realizing it's 2024, well, will be 2025 when we eventually get this Blue Eyes support, to say that it's going to be meta and actually playable is insane to me, right? We're looking at 20 plus years later and we're saying that we can actually play Blue Eyes in a meta-worthy environment. So that's going to be insane. That's going to be awesome. The Blue Eyes support does look really great. We did get our last announcement of it being an XC monster as one of our last Blue Eyes support cards. Looks, again, amazing. Looks great. I think the SDK Blue Eyes QCR is going to look an extremely amazing copy to add on to your Blue Eyes deck if you're trying to, you know, add a bunch of different copies, right? I know a lot of people were saying that they're going to try to play a Ghost Rare Blue Eyes, maybe a QCR Blue Eyes, and maybe even a different copy of Blue Eyes, maybe a DDS as well. So people are trying to switch up their copies in their decks, so doing crazy stuff there. But you know, I think this would be a really cool copy to have in your deck as a QCR, especially being SDK artwork. You know, that's one of my favorite artworks of all of Yu-Gi-Oh. Obviously you can get the QCR in the briefcase, but I actually don't prefer that one versus this one, because this one to me just looks much more cleaner and appealing, to me at least. Now a lot of people may disagree, but again, you know, with Blue Eyes support coming out, I think just all Blue Eyes cards are just going up in price, and this one would probably go up in price as well. Being out of a 50 card pool that you could probably pull this one in, it's definitely going to be one to keep your eye on as well moving forward, and probably want to pick up earlier rather than later as well. Now the other card we're talking about, the second card we're talking about here, is Crimson Dragon. Now obviously Centurion got a big hit as well because of the Calamity ban, but Crimson Dragon can still bring out Cosmic Blazer Dragon, which is actually, funny enough, another QCR that was revealed to us on the tin. But Crimson Dragon is going to be always a very useful and utilized card here in the meta, and always will be, whether it be in Centurions or a future deck. This card will always have playability into it. The effect is just way too good, and a card just to keep in mind moving forward, as you know, it does look like it's on its way back up in price from the original printing in Duelist Nexus, and does look like Crimson Dragon may actually have some value toward it in the tins as well moving forward. So if you are looking to pick up Crimson Dragon, I would do it sooner rather than later, and especially getting a reprint here, maybe you want to keep an eye on as well if it's on a cheaper price rate as well. If it's on TCG Player for maybe under $10, I would definitely pick it up. Now, Triple Tactics Thrust. Now, a lot of people actually forgot about this, but people are so focused on maybe Bishop Dispater, on SP Knight. We're forgetting Triple Tactics Thrust is actually in these tins, and Triple Tactics Thrust is not a cheap card. It has never been a cheap card, and it's been reprinted twice. Now, obviously, one being an OTS pack, but it's been reprinted, right, at this point twice, and it's never really gone down in price. Now it's being reprinting a third time. Will it go down in price? Who knows? But it's one to keep an eye on, as one that is always going to be really just a great card to use in any deck at this point. Triple Tactics Thrust, just want to keep your eye on, and definitely want to pick up moving forward if it is on a cheaper side of things as well. Right now all copies are $30 plus, so again, if you can get this for a more affordable price here in the tins once it does come out, I would definitely pick it up if I were you. Now, the next card we're looking at is Trident Dragion. Now, the reason why we're looking at Trident Dragion is because obviously it's a big Tenpai player in that deck, and obviously Tenpais are going to get a boost and upgrade in the next set coming out in Rage of the Abyss. And I do believe Trident Dragion, even with a reprint here in these tins, it's still going to see a bigger price point here in the tins as well. Being a QCR, I do believe it is going to be a QCR. Now, if I'm mistaken, I apologize, but even if it's not QCR and it's a Prismatic Secret Rare, it's still going to be a very worthy card to pick up as well, as like I said, Tenpais are getting upgraded to their deck, being more powerful than they are right now. So that means Trident Dragion would probably raise in price as well. So if you can get this one at a cheaper rate on release, I would recommend it as well. And the last card we're looking at today, everybody, is going to be actually Bahamut Shark. And the reason why we're looking at this QCR of Bahamut Shark is because we're getting water support, and I mean really good water support, amazing water support in Rage of the Abyss. That means Shark players, water support players are going to want to upgrade their extra deck to Bahamut Shark QCR. So as we get closer to Rage of the Abyss, don't be surprised this one goes up. So that means once this comes out, I recommend picking up Bahamut Shark earlier rather than later, especially with that price increase probably going to happen as Rage of the Abyss comes out in October. But that was our 5 cards that we know so far from this tin that I believe that you should be picking up. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Would love to hear your opinions, and if any cards that you believe that we know from this set list so far that you rather pick up as your top 5 pickups that are sneaky pickups. So let me know down below in the comment section. And yeah, that's about it. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Please subscribe and comment. And from your truly, Sparkman. Peace out, YouTube.